And I go, I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. All's fair in love and war and politics. And man, you may see some interesting new friends this election cycle. We've already seen Suge Knight's son say "free my N-word Trump" and post a photo of Donald Trump in blackface. Now we are watching Joe Rogan, who has been anti-Trump pretty publicly, saying he doesn't like Donald. One, walk on over to Donald Trump during a UFC bout 2 weekends ago. Donald Trump obviously very excited to meet Joe Rogan. Look at the man. Give the old Donald Trump firm handshake, press the flesh. Joe Rogan bows his head, smiles, says, "I love you, man. Sweet orange skin. Come into the ice bath sometime, as long as the orange doesn't wear off." And now you're beginning to see the result of that handshake. Check this out. Joe Rogan from seconds ago. Joe Rogan on the Trump indictment that just happened in Washington, D.C. They made Donald Trump a martyr. And man, I want to vote for the political prisoner. Joe Rogan saying the people who love Trump feel like this is a witch hunt. It hardens their position because he's being targeted. This is a banana republic, and these charges are BS. Joe Rogan speaking with Patrick Bet David on his program moments ago. Listen.
People that love Trump, they feel like this is a witch hunt, and they feel like all the things he's getting indicted for are bull anyway. Not only does it not work, but it kind of hardens their position that he's being targeted, and that these are like the actions of a banana republic. You take your political rival and you arrest him, and specifically you charge him with things that you're guilty of, like the documents, like the classified documents. Biden's guilty of the exact same issue.
You gotta respect the level of deceptiveness that's been used. I mean, look at what Hillary did, going and saying, "Hey, it's Russia," but it was really, what she was doing, and now they're using a similar play as well.
So Patrick Bet David saying, along with Joe Rogan, these people are effing guilty. They're far more guilty than Donald Trump is guilty. They're going after their political enemies and using lawfare to do that. Joe Rogan got based as hell talking about election fraud and Carrie Lake. Dude, this is some absolute hot stuff. Joe Rogan is coming out the gates, not just black-pilled, but red-pilled, supporting Donald Trump, shaking his hand, saying that this is BS, banana republic stuff, what they're doing to Donald Trump, that this is going to backfire on them, and then saying that Carrie Lake got schlonged. Dude, check it out.
Yo, you want to go to election fraud?
Yeah. How much election fraud do you think is real?
Here we go, Joe. You want to go to election fraud?
Yeah, because I don't think it's zero.
No,
it's not zero. I think we could all agree it's not zero.
No way it's not zero.
And we know that these voting machines can be with.
Yeah.
And we know that there's some irregularities, all that Carrie Lake stuff in Arizona that they're trying to dismiss. It doesn't look like that's invalid. It looks like there's real fraud there. It looks like there's some real shenanigans there. At the very least, there was voting machines that weren't working properly, and it seems very suspicious that a lot of them were in Republican areas. There's a lot of shenanigans. And I think there's coordinated efforts to make sure that certain people get elected. I don't know how far they go, but I know it's not zero.
Based. And that's all you need. That's how you wake up normies. This is how you wake up normies, baby. When are you having Trump on? Joe Rogan, who used to say, "I will never have Donald Trump on my program," is now saying, maybe next, maybe now, maybe I'll hop on the plane with him and do the interview there. Whew, come on, baby.
I've been Trump on.
I don't know.
Okay. The look.
I don't know. Maybe.
Looks like you got something.
Maybe.
Okay, good. That's good. I think that's...
at a certain point in time, it's just like, it would be interesting to hear his perspective on a lot of things. I would like to know, what is it like when you actually get into office? I would like to know things like, what is it like versus perception?
Yeah.
What is it actually like when you get in that building? Like, what are you greeted with? When do you know that people are with you? When do you know that the intelligence agency is lying to you? Like, when you decided to fire Comey, what was the thought? How much did you know? Like, what's the machine like?
Yes.
What is the deep state really like? Really like? Because we have all these, smoky room perceptions, like from the Bill Hicks joke, where they show you the Kennedy assassination from an angle you've never seen before. What is the machine that runs this country? Because it's very clear that it's not as simple as elected representatives that are doing the will of the people. It's not.
Yeah.
No. The ghost in the machine, Joe Rogan, is asking the questions you're not allowed to ask, baby, but Joe Rogan don't care. He's the most listened to man in the world. We're massive fans of Joe Rogan. Somebody who's not a massive fan of Joe Rogan is the corporate press. The corporate press are having to print articles like these in absolute abject panic, flashing red lights. Look at this from the New York Times. When you Google search Biden versus Trump, here are the first couple of screeching, raging 200 people on the byline articles. 43 versus 43. Why Trump and Biden are tied in our new poll. How are the criminal cases against Donald Trump affecting 2024 race? Uh-oh. Not well, because they're tied. Can the race really be that close? Yes. Biden and Trump are tied. Ooh, man. Polls were great in 2022. Can they repeat their success in 2024? Yep. And here they are. Tied. What does 538 say? This is the kind of things that absolutely send them over a cliff. Insider Advantage has them tied. This is within the margin of error, 45-44. Come on, baby. Here, the Morning Consult, which is historically terrible against Trump, has Trump within the margin of error, within 3 points. So there's the margin of error. Holy schmoly. Echelon Insights has Trump walloping Biden up 42% to 39%. Holy smokes. And then here, of course, is the New York Times Seneca poll. Up, age-gated. Not age-gated, whatever, block-gated. You will never see me click on a New York Times link and it's going to go straight through it because I don't pay the New York Times any money. How popular is Joe Biden? Oh, let's see here. Super popular. And then he gets everyone killed in Afghanistan and then he never recovers. Never recovers. Very unpopular right here, almost at 60%. And then this is all artificial. This is all artificial. This is the worst propaganda they can put. Wait for the economy to collapse. Just wait. Donald Trump, just indicted in Washington, D.C., had this to say to the cameras.
This is a very sad day for America. And it was also very sad driving through Washington, D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings and walls and the graffiti. This is not the place that I left. It's a very sad thing to see it. When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him. We can't let this happen in America. Thank you very much.
Do you want these trials to happen before the 2024 election?
And then
all right, there you have the statement basically said.
Walks on to the plane with the umbrella, the man versus the machine. This is the shot, ladies and gentlemen. And Donald Trump's going to be able to go through every community in America and say, are you downtrodden? Are you oppressed by the system? I am also oppressed by the system, and I will be your voice. He'll be able to do that far more successfully than he ever did that in 2016. Wow, what they have done to this man. And Joe Rogan sees it. We see it, ladies and gentlemen. They are going after him because they want to go after you. They actually hate you. And they don't want to allow you to vote. What are we going to do about that? We are going to vote. We are going to vote. We're going to vote hard. And it's going to be glorious. I feel good energy in the air, and the forces of evil shall not prevail. It's your boy Benny. Please help us end communism by liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. If you don't like this channel, you're a communist. Don't do that. Joe Rogan's so based. Look forward to that Trump interview. See ya.